as the mortal demon. But politics low-key scare me, so I got out of there as quick as I could, and began to formulate a plan to defeat the crime. But I realized that if I wanted enough plot relevancy to defeat them, then my current mortal demon skills wouldn't be enough. And first, I'm gonna have to go on a long convoluted training arc with some of the most plot relevant players on the entire stable SMP, and with mid-roll ads every 3 minutes in order to prove my title as the strongest player on the stable SMP. And luckily, while searching for some chipmunks to kill, I came across a player known as Blight, the worst shield PvPer in the entire world, who announced that he was going to be training one worthy player to become his teammate. And as soon as I heard this, I knew that that player had to be me. But there was one problem. Everyone on the server hates me for my crimes against humanity, meaning that if Blight found out my identity, he'd probably blackmail me into giving him all my ad revenue. Wait, why does that sound familiar? Most players would give up here, but I'm not most players. And that's when I got the very original idea to go invisible and begin living under a new identity. And since this is something that no stable SMP member has ever done before, nobody would suspect that it was me in disguise. And when I eventually arrived at Blight's base, there were 3 other players there who wanted to get trained. 2 chipmunks and a player known as Old Will. Who would get trained by Blight would be decided through a series of tests, ending in a 1v1 fight to the death between the 2 remaining candidates.
Alright, so just then look at it, and then left click and hit the other stand. Oh, come on!
And after the first player got eliminated, Blight assigned me to fight against Old Will. This was bad. Old Will is actually able to fight, meaning I'd have to use my mortal demon powers to win. Bro, bro, what are you doing?
Okay, after whatever just happened, I guess the only thing left to do is for you 2 to fight. Whoever wins will become my teammate and get trained by me, Blight, the 3rd worst PvPer in the entire world.
What are you doing? Bro, just fight me. Bro, bro.
I'm high tier 1 in total PvP.
Come on, Cool Kid 91, you almost got him.
No, he does not!
He's gotta be low.
Bro, you're not even good, bro. You're just using your stupid Turtle Master and your stupid cobwebs and your stupid shield. This was bad. I was losing. Most players would die here, but I'm not most players. You see, I'm the mortal demon. How did you survive that?
Sorry, Cool Kid 91. I think you lost.
No. If I can't get trained by you, nobody can. Chipmunk plot armor activate.
Well, I guess I'll be training you then. Who are you anyway?
Oh, my name. I don't have a name.
What?
My name is just numbers.
That is the worst excuse I've heard in my entire life. Alright, so now the first technique. You might not have heard of it. It's called a critical hit. You jump and then you hit while you're falling and it does more damage. Why don't you try? No, you just look at it. Don't worry, it's a pretty high level technique after all. Only about 3 players on the stable SMP can do it. Now that I've taught you everything I know, we may as well put your training to the test. There's a base a few hundred blocks from here containing a vault storing something that let's just say is very plot relevant. It's guarded by 2 skilled players. Think you can handle that?
Of course, they don't call me the mortal demon for nothing. And after traveling over 17 blocks, I arrived at the location Blight had told me about. Well, if it isn't... Huh? I thought we were gonna be fighting someone plot relevant, not some random invis guy. Wait, where is that music coming from? Oh no, that's not good. Fire fragments? It doesn't matter. We'll still kill you. It's a 2v1. There's no way we can lose. Get him! Bro, like dude, like bro. Bro, like dude, like bro. That was close. They almost killed me. And even though training with Blight had improved my PvP skills, I realized something very important. Every plot relevant member of the staple SMP has a signature weapon. Wembu has his mace, Penguin has his spyglass, Cabbage K has his dictatorship, and Snowball-chan is Snowball-chan. So in an attempt to become plot relevant and farm more ad revenue, I decided that training with one player wouldn't be enough, and I'd have to journey across the stable SMP and train with some of the best players in order to become plot relevant enough to defeat the crime. And the next player who I was going to farm ad revenue from was someone I hadn't seen in a long time. This player was rumored to be living deep in a cave on the stable SMP, and despite literally never being part of the plot, is apparently more plot relevant than Penguin X2 and Theobald the Nerd. This player, of course, is Mainapple, one of the strongest players on the entire server, and a master of shovel PvP. The rumors have been spreading across the server that Mainapple was living in a cave for some reason, so after traveling for 19 hours off camera, I arrived at Mainapple's base. And after snooping around his base for a while, he finally appeared. Well, if it isn't Mainapple. Oh, come on, I'm not that plot irrelevant. Bro, like, dude, like, bro, stop attacking me. This was bad. Mainapple had started attacking me, and I knew that if I couldn't prove my plot relevancy by defeating him, then he would never train me to become a master of shovel PvP. Bro, like, dude, like, bro. Dude, like, bro, why am I getting like 3 FPS? Bro, like, dude, like, bro, stop!
Bro, you are not the main character. What do you want?
I want you to train me.
Train you?
In the great art of shovel PvP.
What? No, why would I do that?
But it's for the plot.
Alright, fine. It's not like I've got anything more plot relevant to do anyway. So, as you already know, slowness is my specialty, which is why the main weapon I use is the shovel, which does more damage the slower you move. Look, you try.
Okay, so I just like left click and aim in the direction I want to.
Alright, now that I've taught you basically everything I know.
Bro, you've taught me nothing!
Bro, as I was saying, there's nothing more I can teach you. I showed you how to left click, I showed you how to right click. What more could you possibly want?
Fine. If you won't train me anymore, at least help me out with one small favor. I just want you to help me kill the strongest team on the server.
Bro, that is not a small favor. I've got to become more plot relevant somehow. I'll help you hunt down the crime, but I'm not helping you fight them. You're on your own for that.
So Mainapple and I began heading to a nearby village to try and find out information about where the crime's base could be.
Alright, now keep a low profile, don't draw attention to yourself.
Bro, like, dude, like, bro, don't worry about it. I never draw attention to myself. Yo, bro. You're gonna tell us where the crime is, or we're gonna kill your entire family. Come on, tell us!
Bro, what are you doing? I said keep a low profile.
This is a low profile, by my standards.
I really can't with you. Look, I'll show you how it's done. Yo, what up, dude? You got a nice base there. So, me and my friend here are just looking for a player called Cabbage K, the leader of the crime. You know him? Anyways, it's actually his, birthday today, and we want to get a gift for him. So, if you could just direct us towards the crime's base, then we'll be on our way.
Ah, fire fragments! I've heard about you. You're the one that goes around killing chipmunks. You're not getting out of here alive. Chipmunks, attack! Bro, like, dude, like, bro. Yo, villager, we just massacred this entire village, and if you don't go and tell the crime what happened here, then we'll kill you and your chunky friends too.
Okay.
Come on, go, hurry up.
Please don't kill me.
And don't come back without the crime.
Bro, why would you want them to bring the crime?
You see, after we fight them, I can use my mortal demon powers to follow them back to their base.
Well. Look who we have here. If it isn't Fire Fragments and Main Apple.
Bro, you are not him.
Dude, shut up.
You know you can't just go and massacre an entire village, right?
Really? And who's gonna stop us?
I am. Take that and that and that. Die.
No, not do that. You really think you and your background character are plot relevant enough to kill a protagonist like me? You fool. You'd need 100 chipmunks to stand a chance against us.
Chungies, attack!
What?
Get him! Get him!
Bro, how have I not hit anyone a single time? Oh, you killed so many people!
How is he still alive? How are they still alive? Oh, I have to do everything myself. Come on, how are you guys so bad? You're so bad! Oh my god, you're so bad! Get better!
And after barely escaping from the fight with my life, Main Apple abandoned me. What?
I'm not staying anywhere near you. If it wasn't for you, that chickmuck wouldn't have recognized us. That's the difference between us. You kill Chungies for some title, I just do it for plot relevancy.
And after Main Apple abandoned me, I realized I had no choice but to change my ways. By which I mean changing my PvP techniques. See, in the past I claimed to hate the mace whenever it was plot convenient, as it's a dishonorable advantage, unlike my armies of 1,000 men. But desperate times called for plot relevant measures, so I decided it was finally time to learn mace PvP. And luckily, while out exploring an abandoned base in search of some extra gear, I came across a player known as It's Fake You. Though retired now, in his prime, It's Fake You was ranked the worst Minecraft player in the entire world, so I knew he was the only player qualified to train me. But first, It's decided to test my skills in the 4 main kits: sword, carrot, shovel, and mace, to ensure I had potential before training me. He agreed that if I could beat him one time, then he would train me to become a combat beginner. This was bad. I actually suck at Minecraft, and if I couldn't prove my skills to It's Fake You, then he wouldn't agree to train me, and I'd never be able to gain enough plot relevancy to defeat the crime. And after losing to It's Fake You in Sword PvP, we moved on to our second duel, Harsh PvP. And despite my best efforts, the shovel PvP duel didn't go much better either. Now it was time for the final duel, Mace PvP. If I couldn't prove to It's Fake You that I was worthy of being trained by him, then me defeating the crime would be out of the question. This was bad. I was losing the fight, and I now had no choice but to use a secret strategy I'd been keeping for a moment like this, or die trying.
Finally. I was starting to think you were a chunky. Now, let's head inside. I'll give you your scores. Yeah, low-key, you suck at everything, but I'm gonna train you in Mace for pretty much no reason other than looking good in the thumbnail.
And after learning more PvP techniques that I'll never use again after this video, It's Fake You shared his greatest piece of advice.
All the combat beginners on the stable SMP share one strategy in common. It's called the region. The region isn't a technique. It's a state of mind. And if you can get there, then you can't get distracted giving monologue and become immune to Chungi's trash talk. But the only way you'll reach the region is to meditate.
Bro, bro, I have never meditated a day in my life. So, at what point do you try and kill me here?
Bro, you don't get it. I'm not going to try and... Well, I guess it's time for you to see what you've learned.
Alright, I can do this. I just need to remember the techniques.
Okay, this is not what I meant.
Though the fight was going well, I had a big problem. My armor was getting low, and if I wasn't able to kill the remaining players, I would risk getting banned from the stable SMP. And with just a few players remaining, the crime retreated.
Crime! Retreat! Run away! Ah!
And I returned to tell It's Fake You the news, but instead of congratulating me on the win as I expected, he instead instructed me to give him my mace. This was very suspicious. But the fact remained, It's Fake You was my only hope at becoming a combat master, so I had no choice but to trust him. And then suddenly, It's Fake You put my mace in his ender chest, and now in an attempt to artificially inflate the stakes of the video, he would only give it back to me if I could beat him in a fight. This was bad. Not only was It's Fake You the former worst Minecraft player in the world, but the mace he had taken from me used to belong to my friend Comedy. And if I couldn't get it back, nothing relevant would happen since Comedy already doesn't like me. And after fighting him for some time, I began to run low on gear, but luckily using a complicated technique, I was able to buy myself some time to search the area for any resources I could use to fight him. And luckily, just around the corner, there was a plot convenient decorated pot, and inside was 4 arrows of levitation. But there was one problem, I didn't have a bow, meaning the arrows were useless, except for the fact that there was another plot convenient pot around the corner containing a bow. This was good. This was my chance to defeat It's Fake You, as arrows of levitation are one of the only counters to make PvP, but I would have to be careful, because with only 4 arrows to my name, I could make no mistakes. It's Fake You had used fly hacks to dodge the arrows, and now I only had 1 arrow remaining. If I missed here, I would... And now I only had 1 arrow left. This was my chance to defeat It's Fake You and get my mace back. And luckily I was able to defeat it with my final arrow, so he gave me my mace back and sent me on my way. But after completing my training with It's Fake You, I came to a shocking realization. I had only stretched this training arc on for 47 videos, meaning I hadn't gained enough plot relevancy or ad revenue to defeat the crime. But luckily, that's when I realized something. If plot relevancy was what I needed, who better to ask than the most plot relevant player on the entire stable SMP, Snowball-chan. Rumors had been spreading across the server that Snowball-chan had escaped the end dimension, and was now on the run from the crime. Training with him would be my only hope of gaining the plot relevancy needed to defeat the crime once and for all. And after another few hundred hours of travelling, I arrived at Snowball-chan's castle.
Well, fire fragments. I've been expecting you. I knew you'd end up coming here. Everyone does eventually. So, what is it this time? Let me guess. You want to become plot relevant without putting in any actual work? You see, plot relevancy is not something that is given. It is something that is obtained. When it is your time to become plot relevant, you will know.
Why are you just saying inspirational quotes?
We get paid in plot relevancy. Unpaid stable SMP builder. Wait, how did that get there? I almost died.
Bro, like dude, can you not just give me some of your plot relevancy?
I can't just make you plot relevant. You must prove that yourself. You could start by killing the 30 players who just appeared for plot convenient reasons.
What? Okay, is this really necessary? Can I not just go on another 7 training arcs? This was bad. I was outnumbered 30-1. Meaning that if I wasn't careful to keep my armor durability up, I could easily get quick dropped and banned from the stable SMP. But more importantly, I made sure not to go more than 5 seconds without popping someone's totem in order to retain viewer attention. How many totems do you guys have? Why would the crime give them 10 totems and like protection 1 armor?